Good morning. Salute to everybody in here. I appreciate you being here. You already know what time it is. It's day 121, man. What's up? Yeah. Two bows. Two bows. Yeah. We bow ties and cardigans today, man. Straight up. What's up? Yeah. How y'all doing today? How you doing today?
When you go to
Yeah. How you doing today?
you wear a blue jail outfit that's given to you by the Fulton County Sheriff Department, correct?
Yes. Fulton County Blue.
It says Fulton County Jail or Fulton County Inmate on the shirt and the
let's
pants,
rock.
correct? Yes. You absolutely hate wearing that blue outfit, correct? Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
In this picture,
yeah,
you are not wearing one of those blue outfits. You're wearing street clothes, correct? Right. Okay, but let's just be clear.
Tap the like button. Let's run the likes up.
In that picture on June 10, 2015, when you're being interviewed, your hands are shackled together, correct? Yes.
Yes.
You have leg irons on, correct? Yes.
Yes.
And the leg irons are attached to an anchor on the ground, so you cannot get up and run, correct?
Yes.
And they're hurting.
THUG, vote Kramer.
You knew that it was only, unless something drastic happened, it was only a matter of hours before you were going to have a blue Fulton County jumpsuit on, correct? Yes.
Oh, yeah, facts. Nanny, salute. Salute to everybody in here. I appreciate y'all being here. Good morning. Straight up. There's too many of y'all to name. I appreciate y'all. If you new, let us know where you from. For real. Subscribe to the channel. Leave something in the chat. Nanny, the weekend stream was awesome. We had an extended weekend, and technically we did. That was nice. We back in the courtroom today. But Nanny, you right. Them weekend streams was awesome, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was laid back, having fun, in my groove. I liked it. Straight up, we back in the courtroom today. It's time to get to work, for real. Technically, I had a vacation from the courtroom. That was nice, for real. Yeah, let's rock.
The circumstances of you being brought to that interview room on June 10th, 2015, where federal agents kicked down.
Grady baby, send me something. I need small. Send me a shirt, a sweatshirt.
Miss Quarterman's door that day, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and they kicked down that door looking for you because they had an arrest warrant for you. Yes. They had an arrest warrant for you for the April 28, 2015 possession of a firearm incident at the Dunbar Rec Center. Yes. And while in the apartment, they saw some things, correct? Yes. And they went and got...
Yes. Yo, what y'all think gonna happen today? Let me know y'all predictions in the chat before we get rolling. Tap the like button. I appreciate y'all being here, relaxing. I seen you. You was in here first. I see you.
Got a search warrant. I don't know. You're not sure if they got a search warrant. Okay. The bottom line is they searched your apartment. They did. Okay, and they found a Smith & Wesson handgun in the kitchen of that apartment, correct?
They found a gun, I don't know what kind.
Okay. Was it a handgun?
I never saw it.
Okay. They also found a stolen laptop computer in your apartment, correct?
That's what they said.
All right. They also searched Deshaun's car, correct?
No.
Well, didn't they find stolen IDs and other stolen property?
That was a rental car.
Okay.
My mama rented.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. They found a stolen ID.
What up? Hit the like
other
button.
Property in a rental car.
We rolling.
That was associated with you, correct?
Early.
That you had been driving.
Yes.
And also on June 10th, 2015, your daughter's birthday was coming up.
7 days.
7 days from that day.
Yes.
And you had plans to have a big celebration for her birthday.
Yes.
Even though you didn't have a blue jumpsuit on during the interview, Investigator Gaither informed you that you were under arrest for various charges, correct?
Yes.
And you were under investigation for various other charges.
Yes.
She told you that you were being charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon for the gun at the Dunbar Rec Center.
Yes.
She told you that you were being charged with reckless conduct for leaving the gun on the bleachers at the Dunbar Rec Center.
Yes.
She told you that you were being charged with gang charges for possessing a gun at the Dunbar Rec Center.
Yes.
And you knew that you knew that you weren't getting a bond for the gang charges at
Right.
first appearance.
Right.
You were going to have to sit for a while because of those gang charges.
Yes.
Yo.
Unless something drastic happened.
Yes.
Yo, what's the coincidence that Mechanicsville is being talked about so heavily in the politics of Atlanta right now? So last night I went into a venture into the council meetings of Atlanta, right? Yeah, I was off stream. I was heavy. Y'all. I ain't quit. After I quit, I ended the stream. I did not stop research, y'all. It got worse. Just to let y'all know, it got worse. So, I'm in Atlanta. Yeah, I'm all the way in. Like, yeah, y'all. So I've been in the council meetings lately. Yeah. So I watch hours of council meetings with the people that's really in Atlanta complaining about what's really going on to the councilmen. All of them up there. And the one that Young Thug father vouched for, Holmes, Skinny Yo. Yeah, they on Holmes' heels. Yes, sir. Mechanicsville was in his zone. Yo, they was walking Holmes down. Now I chose not to really play because I was in the cut doing something else, so I ain't want to come on stream. But yeah, y'all just know this. He got Lewis. They on Holmes' heels. People in there talking about that Mechanicsville situation. But what's the coincidence that Mechanicsville, where Woody is from, has hit the news like this? And it's turned into, they even got a campaign of mothers against, all this type of thing going on and all this. But it's linked to, if you think about it, Woody drew attention to Mechanicsville. Then it just lit up politically. Like, because that's what they doing. They up there pointing the finger at the, well, you know how this go. Salute to everybody in here. Good morning. I appreciate you being here. Straight up. Yeah. We were bow ties and cardigans today. And I couldn't make up my mind, so we did both. Yup. That's how we rocking.
You were also told that they were that they were investigating the stolen MacBook computer found in your apartment.
That's a come up.
You were told that they were investigating the stolen IDs and other property.
Well, hold on. That stolen MacBook 2015, I had to say, if that MacBook had a real lock on it, that thing was a dummy. So just to let you know, certain Apple products is duds if they got a real lock on them. For real. It was a point where technically you could wipe it down. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
That was found in the rental car.
Yes.
And Investigator Gaither told you that she knew that stolen property found in the rental car was taken during a series of auto breakings in the area, correct?
Yes.
You also had a Henry County bench warrant?
Yes.
I will tell y'all a secret. Locked iPhones do work as webcams.
I believe you had another bench warrant out of the city of Atlanta involving a four-wheeler. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, that's fair. And
Hit the like button. Yo, help me get to 100 likes. Tap the like button.
Eventually, Investigator Cunningham also told you that you were facing potentially federal charges.
Yes.
For the gun that was found in the apartment, correct?
Yes.
Let's put some juice on it.
Investigator Gaither told you
All right,
it's
y'all, I'm
real
playing
now.
this.
It's about to be real.
Oh, let me say this. I'm playing it so we could get back in groove with the trial. I need to get back in pocket with where they was at with it, right? So it's almost time for Woody to get up out of here. They're gonna try to cross it, recross or whatever, re-exam or whatever they want to call it, the state. So we gonna have the state try to pull Woody back in. So they're gonna try to get the last word in front of the jury with Woody. So even though Brian Steele did a hell of a cross exam and Shard did, the state gonna try to land and have the last word. You get it? So it's gonna be like a tug of war with Woody. Since he key witness, I wouldn't doubt if they go back a couple times. You understand? Because you want to leave the impression on the jury last. You feel me? With your key witness, that's the way I would perceive it. It's kind of like if out of all elements of the game, whoever could win the tug of war with Woody would have the leverage. You get it? If he the key witness.
Real, right?
Yes.
What you take that to mean?
Exactly what she said.
She was telling you, the way you took it, it was time to get to talking, correct?
Yes.
If you wanted to get out anytime soon.
Yes.
They told you that there was no way around that charge at the Dunbar Rec Center, that it was on video,
Yes.
that you were dead to rights,
Yes.
that they had all the control in the situation, correct?
Yes. I think it said open and shut case.
And let's be clear. Even though you don't have that jail uniform on in this picture, you were thinking about how you just got out of jail.
Yo, why I feel like Obama used to say yes. Was that his campaign or something?
3 months prior. You had just been in jail in that horrible unit with feces and people talking to themselves and people eating whatever they were eating in the isolation. And you were thinking about that on June 10th, 2015.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. They was saying it like, yes, we can. Yo.
Correct?
Yes.
And all you gotta do is say yes. Yeah, we all want this morning, man. Turn up. Yo, become a member if you're not a member, man. Tap the like button. Yo, I forgot about that, bro. Woody a champion, bro. Who sing that, y'all? I don't really like too many R&B songs, but that one is smooth.
Mr. Kokomo, could you play what's been marked DS23B? And this is from States 378 Yankee Echo 94048 to 94229.
Her. Okay.
Okay, what you're here for is your warrants from Dunbar Center. Can you tell me what's going on with that?
Oh, that's Flowetry?
Can you tell me what's going on with that? With that weapon? How'd you get it? Number one. I got a version how you got it. I want to hear from you. How'd you get that? How did you get it like that? Because we got the video, bro. We got the video. So my question is to you, how did you become in possession of that?
The courts found that the Dunbar case was no good. Nah, Garrett, he still got charged. What you mean? The judge, if you read through the paperwork, the judge acknowledges during the time period that she is something fishy, but Holmes got the time though. She did bust his time down from 113 to 137 months to 60 months. And she used the fact that Holmes was defending himself, but he was a felon. And I believe the way she seen that, Officer McCure and them had lined Holmes up, she wasn't really going for it. I ain't gonna lie. She was lenient. She was lenient. That was, hold on, put it like this. I think if somebody else was to look over that case, that's rare a judge drop somebody guideline time in half. It gotta be rare, bro. Because he ain't had no snitching thing that say that your guidelines should be dropped. It's a thing when you in federal court on whether you tell, and then it's like a certain thing that get put in your joint and your time get bust down because of that, right? Holmes ain't had that. Holmes ain't had I told federally, so my time got cut. Nah, Holmes' time got cut because Gaither is dirty. I mean, all right, look, we blaming Gaither, y'all. I'm going to keep it real. Gaither was groomed and put in that situation, just like Woody, to do that. I don't know if y'all noticed, her whole training was based to do that. Everything she did to everybody. Pay attention, y'all. Everything they did to every person, y'all. I swear, it's just Woody was in the worst. He allowed them to get the most leverage. But their whole tactic was to get the leverage, then make guys fold. Get the leverage. Look, let them get chipped off. They won't tell. All right, put them back out on the street. Let them get chipped off again. Let it stack up. You feel me? They was trained to do that, y'all. Literally. And if you pay attention, they putting guys who actually going to get to it back out on the street. So you know what's going to happen. He coming back. Look at how many guys I was able to go in their jackets, y'all. We talking about these boys going to jail back to back. Yo, you got heavy charges every year. You feel me? Like, every year they not locked up. Guys is basically catching a surge charge that could get you locked up. You feel me? So it's like they need this was the setup. All right, if you go to certain areas, y'all, you got dudes, when they do a serious crime, they getting that time, bro, which kind of keeps that neighborhood, not all the way on fire. You understand what I'm saying? If they let 3 of the hottest dudes out at the same time, man, that neighborhood gonna flip. You understand? But they really be giving dudes time for real, which keeps, some type of order. What we seen in 2014, bro, they let like 5 of these boys out at the same time, bro. And it's like they lit a match. I swear, it's like they lit the match. Because all the parties seemed like they wasn't even looking forward to this. I promise y'all, if y'all look around, guys was cool. Guys still it didn't turn into an all-out war. Pay attention, y'all. How didn't this turn into an all-out war? We talking about these people deep, y'all. So this was supposed to have been, nobody can't even be outside in certain areas, bro, because like everybody on the side. But that didn't happen. So that's what I'm saying. We still don't know all of the truth, y'all. Just to let y'all know, we know a whole bunch, but we still do not know the whole truth. Just to let y'all know, because this thing was supposed to spark off some whole other type of, seriously, this was supposed to extend further if it is what they telling us. Just to let you know. So this alludes to something ain't right on Donovan Thomas' side. Straight like that. Something ain't right on his side. Or it was internal. And somebody really know that Thug and them ain't do it. It's the only way this could be going like this, y'all. Because if them boys really got willy-nilly and pressed that button like this, man, this stuff would have been extending out of this state by now. Yeah, that prison system would have took this beef out of this state because of the 2 teams involved. Accordingly, if you listen to the stats, if you pay attention to the storylines, this would have extended out of Georgia. I don't know if y'all know about that, if you pay attention, so something ain't right.
We ain't going back and forth today. I know y'all.
We ain't going back and forth today. That's what Investigator Gaither told you.
Say that again.
We ain't going back and forth today.
Right.
You took that to mean that they are in complete control, correct?
That's what it means.
You took that to mean that you needed to tell them what they wanted to know, or you weren't getting out, correct?
This is it. That's what I took it as.
You already, because I should take place. This is an opportunity for you to help me. I'm actually not.
Okay. Just heard Investigator Gaither say, this is your opportunity for you to help.
Michael Dixon just hit a major point. Michael Dixon doubled down on what I just said, and he holla, especially with all the transplants in Atlanta. That's an awesome point. I ain't even take that into account. He is right. Bro, that make it worse. See, listen, they two different sets that's bigger than Atlanta. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they extend out different ways, right? Been going on, right? All right. So once you put that tag on Donovan Thomas, that Holmes is on the higher level of things, right? You can't just make no move on Holmes. It's going. I mean, we see what's going on. Guys, is you can hit little homie on the team, and we gonna be going back and forth. So look at this though. These is two big teams. Only way this does not extend out and cause some type of other radical things is if it's somebody major in between that nipped it. I'm telling you, and told people that don't apply over here. Like it's the only way, or else it would have organically extended. I'm telling you, it's like I don't see how not. I don't see how this trial ain't even spark a little bit of fire. Seriously. To be honest, according to the stats, technically this trial might be rubbing some people some wrong way sitting somewhere, bro. Real rap. What was happening? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's how slamming I'm carrying it? Oh, they don't rap? Oh, yeah.
You heard that?
Yes.
You took that to mean that this is your chance to give the state or give the police what they want to help your situation.
No, this is game time. It's time for me to finish my way.
You remember when Attorney Steele played that video?
You'll call that man Investigator Steele.
I guess it was yesterday with Agent Cunningham talking about the federal charges. Okay, I'm not going to play that video again.
Thank you.
But I am going to talk to you about a few things that were said.
Yo, that boy found all the manners in the world. Yo, that boy found all the manners in the world. That boy holler. Thank you. Yo, I gotta hear it again.
Agent Cunningham talking about the federal charges. Okay, I'm not going to play that video again.
Thank you.
But I am going to talk to you about a few things that were said.
That boy turned to a Muslim. He turned to a Muslim. He bowed his head and said, "Thank you, bro." Yo is a Muslim now. No more
I got
dope game.
charges with the feds, and Agent Cunningham said, "It's up to you. It's totally up to you." Remember that?
Yes.
The police are telling you that you can talk your way out of this situation if you work with them, correct?
Yes.
Agent Cunningham told you you're clearly guilty. She told you that they had you dead to rights. Remember that?
And she said open and shut case.
Yo, remember the word? Yo, remember that?
They have complete control, and you.
He remember what the federal agent told him. All right, we done heard this man say he don't remember, he don't recall, all these types of things. Yo, remember the quote that the federal agent told him about his case.
Game, if you wanted to get out, correct?
Yes.
Agent Cunningham told you about the charges you were facing. Told you that federal sentences don't have parole.
Yes.
No early release.
Yes.
She told you that with federal cases, they don't typically let prisoners stay in Atlanta, right?
Right.
She said that they were typically going to send you to some other state to serve your...
Hold on. But he did stay in Atlanta. True or false? That boy spent 4 years in holdover? Hold on, y'all. That's what he told us? Holdover don't sound like you supposed to stay there. That sound like a transitional spot. I'm going to keep it real. Short timers, like one year, 2 years, you feel me? It ain't even worth us packing you up and putting you in no major spot. We going to just let you linger right here, boy. I mean, 4 years in that, in a transitional? Anybody know anybody else that did a 4-pack at the transitional, y'all?
Federal time behind this, right? You didn't want to be separated. You love your daughter, don't you?
With all my heart.
You post about your daughter on Instagram, and you're proud of your daughter, correct?
Yes.
And you consider yourself a good father, don't you?
I try to be.
Yo, the whole part of being sent into another state is kind of distancing you from where you from and your family, right? It's kind of like a mental thing, right? If you ask me. So when they do you a favor and keep you in your state, that's a favor. Yes, sir. That's a favor. That means your peoples could still see you. Your peoples could still see you, bro. You just, what, you an hour away? You feel me? That's still, nah, yo, when you go to the feds, yo, they strategically will put you, where you at? You on the East Coast? All right, say less. We're going to put your head to Arizona. Yeah. I'm telling you, as somebody you know go to the feds, ask them where they was at. Watch where they tell you. They going to say some spots where they going to have to name the state for you to understand where they was at. Seriously, that's how far it's going to be. It's not going to be familiar. Seriously, only time you going to hear the familiar is if you heard somebody else say they was in the feds and they was there. Like Florence, Colorado. Like, you feel me? Like, other than that, dudes being sent way out the way. Like, we talking about, yeah. I forget where my man said he was at. He was so far, y'all, the phone calls was long distance like a manjon. I don't know if his family was ever going. Yeah, they gets busy. Now, sometimes you just write a couple states over. Sometimes they really, and if you really like one of them, oh yeah, you getting sent. Yeah, they really put you somewhere. Yeah, you got a high score. Oh yeah, you ready to get sent. Yeah.
Okay. And you did not want to be separated from your daughter in some federal prison in another state, did you?
Who want to?
Understood.
Facts.
And Agent Cunningham also said that to her understanding, you're a 3-time convicted felon, making you an armed career criminal.
All right, this part important, y'all. Don't just pay attention to this part for Woody. No, this applies to all these people we keep saying with these armed career. Remember this, y'all, what she was saying to that boy. Bro, this easily gives you a whole body of some time. We talking a 50-pack once you run this amount of these aggressive crimes up back to back. It's the aggressive crimes, y'all. It's the ag assault with the gun possession and the robberies on your jacket. You cannot come through here and wind up with 5 to 6 of these. You feel me? I'm telling you, it's like, it's no way. I'm telling y'all. So that's what that means. That's armed career criminal. Once you put the gun with the aggressive crimes, once you start coming through with those, I'm telling you, that's how I be knowing, yo, hold up. Now you got a couple drugs. That's not true. Explain, Bobby Glass. Look, it's probable, Bobby. You still could get looked out for, get in the program and stuff like that. I'm not, see, look, in context, Bobby, it's probable you could run across a judge that's going to look at this and go over this and treat you appropriately according to them guidelines. Now, is that true, Bobby? What you saying you can make out? If you meet a guy in the feds outside his region, he is a rat. See, all right. Oh, you talking about that part, Bobby. Say less. Say less. You know something I don't know. Say less. Well, you sure on that? I know some dudes that ain't getting no favors for ratting, bro, and they got shipped. What's a region? How many regions they got? All right, I ain't debating that one, Bobby. I thought you were talking about something else. My bad. You got that, though. But hold up, though. I don't know about that region, though, because I seen some dudes. I'm on the East Coast, bro, and I know good and goddamn well some dudes and damn near. I think these dudes and got sent to California. Real rap. I don't know, though, bro, and I don't think they telling, bro. They on the yard taking pictures in the Baltimore car. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know about that region thing. What I don't know, bro.
Federal system, correct?
Hey, Bobby, you know something I don't know. I can't argue with you. I don't know the regions. But I do feel like I know some people that got sent to, maybe they secretly told, bro. That's what you said. They told if they get sent out of the region. Hey, I don't know for sure. California to Virginia. See? Oh, what you talking about? I don't know, y'all. That we gotta figure that one out. I can't say I know that for sure. But what I will say is, I could swear we got a nice bit of Baltimore dudes that's floating around in this federal prison system, and I don't think they close.
Remember hearing that? Yes. She told you that you were facing 15 years without parole, plus another 10 years without parole for the gun charges, correct? Yes. 25 years without parole, and that's not even including the conspiracy charges.
Hey, Bobby, you might want to come on Discord one time, bro. Not right now, but like when we got some time, so we could go over these things. And I ain't gonna lie, you sound like you familiar with some things we not. I would like to speak with you about it. Real rap, because you probably know some more too.
Right. You were 23 at the time, and Agent Cunningham told you if you don't play ball, you're going to be locked up in a federal prison in another state until you are 48 years old. Isn't that correct? Yes.
Hey, Bobby, ho. Hey, Bobby, what about if they on an indictment, right? And it's a whole bunch of them that they try and spread out. Hold up, though. I know, see, some of the dudes I'm talking about, they probably was on indictments with a whole bunch of them, and they ain't tell, so they separated them all and spread them out. That's a thing, Bobby?
Yes. On June 10th, 2015.
In the interrogation room.
This Agent Cunningham also said that all this is up to you. It's totally up to you, right? Yes. She told you that she reports to the U.S. attorney.
Yo, tap the like button. Salute to everybody in here. All right, so, well, hold on. Bobby. Well, Bobby debating about that part. Technically, we ain't arguing with you about that, Bobby. You sound like you know. So I'm going to trust you on that. But it is some people in the chat that's saying there's some discrepancies. They know some people that went kind of far. So we could talk about that. But one thing I wanted to focus on was what Sharp was bringing up with Woody, which was the armed criminal argument, which is, bro, you do for a serious amount of time once you come through this court system with a combo pack of a certain amount of charges. They all still locked up together? Nah, they only do that sometimes, bro. They only separate them sometimes when they claiming y'all a dangerous organization. Yeah, like when they claiming somebody got enough rank when y'all try and step on something once y'all get in there. Yeah, it ain't all the time, y'all. Nah, if y'all just getting to the chicken and you feel me, y'all just ready to take your time and go ahead and get up out of there. Nah, they ain't gonna do that. You feel me? Y'all not pressing that line. You got to press that line. You know, you got to look at some of the cases where dudes done try to, ain't no try. Some dudes done really stepped on a couple witnesses and stuff like that. Once you start getting into that ball game, that's when they start getting into them extracurricular. You know what I mean? Everybody spread out. Nobody had never crossed paths in that system. Like these types of things. Yeah, look into some of these cases, y'all. They really, so what we seeing is sometimes they use this. All right, so because I know for sure they didn't play some games where they is putting guys, 10 of these dudes, and all of them is spread far apart. You know what I mean? Far apart. They bragging about it. Like in the case, the feds is bragging. Like, yeah, we gonna do them so greasy. We gonna put them to where as though they'll never see their family or anybody else. You feel me?
And she can tell the U.S. attorney what.
Matter of fact, some of them talk about it. Some of them talk about coming home and never coming across anybody that they was, they co-defendants. Like, yo, I never was locked up with nobody I knew. Like they had me so many spots, man. I never was with a local, you feel me, a friend of mine.
did to help yourself out.
I think we all heard what she said to me.
Okay. Well, what did you take that to mean?
That I need to help myself out.
Does that include lying on others?
That means that this is my chance to get myself out of this situation.
It was time to finesse?
Yeah.
That's what they call it, diesel therapy. They teaching us something in here. Tap the like button for me, y'all. Help me get to 300, man. They teaching us something in here, man. Hey, yo, let me know when the trial turn on, too, y'all. Let's get right. Good morning, too. Well, if you're a federal criminal, you made it to this level, we do need to bust you down, get your mind right. I ain't gonna lie, mentally, because you is a higher level criminal, technically. You feel me? You might need a little bit of, yeah. You get diesel therapy in the city, it just ain't gonna be a federal level of it. Oh, yeah, you go through some of these systems, man, that DOC building in Baltimore get your mind right. Yeah. You about to go into this Maryland prison system? This DOC building ready get you right real quick.
Could you, Mr. Kokomo, could you play 23E? And for the record, Your Honor, DS-23E is States Exhibit 378 Yankee Echo, 1031 to 1032.50.
Do you understand the right that done that? Do you understand the right that done that? Yeah. What was it? I don't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
It was like a third or fourth ranking, but
Yeah, DC all fed.
in Georgia.
But what I'm saying is, bro, they were between thugs and nothing.
When you go to prison,
I specifically don't play in DC because of that, y'all. Yeah, I don't play. We ain't doing that. We not catching no fed charge just because we in DC. We not doing that. They grew up there. They don't know no better, y'all. They used to it. So they treat it normal. You should talk to one of them. They don't know no better. Yeah, and technically they used to that system so much they don't want to go to a regular jail. Like they got other jails, y'all, like other little things you can go to, but it's a federal charge. It's weird. It is wild.
your name is on there, regardless of if you did or if you didn't. Thug ain't in jail. On the European tour, whatever.
I don't play nowhere near that.
Did you just hear Investigator Dennis pointing out while you're in the interrogation room, Thug, Mr. Jeffery Williams, is on a European tour?
I can't understand nothing that was said.
Yo, if Rayful told me he had a whole 1 for 13, I ain't going to DC to get it. I am not driving in there to get that.
Okay. Did Investigator
Yo,
Dennis
Alpo, crazy.
bring up the European tour that Jeffery Williams on? Is that something you brought up or Investigator Dennis, your recollection?
Yes, he did.
Someone is going to go courtside for that. And let's go check because it's you. So you want to have to speak on what you need to. If you need to speak on what you need to speak on, you know?
Did you hear Investigator Dennis say that you were going courtside?
I can't hear it the way it sounds.
Okay. And that's okay. Did you hear him? I'm just going to keep asking. If you didn't hear, you didn't hear. Did you hear him saying that there's no protective custody?
I don't know what he said. I can't say I can't.
Did you hear him say, you need to speak on what you need to speak on, right after bringing up Jeffery Williams and the European tour?
Y'all ears work better than mine, so you heard what he said.
Okay.
I can't say.
Okay. I'm going to play another portion of the clip.
Yo, how about Woody wasn't even getting smart with Sharp when he said, y'all ears work better than mine? He was telling the truth. It sounds like he getting smart. Like, man, your ears work better than mine. But no, he's really telling the truth. That's weird.
I'm going to ask you to listen, but I understand if you can't hear it, you can't hear it.
Spicy little salamander. Tap the like button. Salute to all the new people. If you're new in here, tell us where you from. Type in the chat. Let us know you here, man.
That's what you got to think about. You want to, but you can determine how long it's stand, but give up.
Did you hear Investigator Gaither tell you you're going to jail?
I heard it.
But you get to determine how long.
Can I hear it again?
Yes.
What you got to think about. You want to, but you can determine how long it's stand, but give up.
What did you take that to mean when Investigator Gaither says you're going to jail, but you get to determine how long?
What?
She gave me hope.
That it? What? What? That is crazy.
What would you have to do to determine? You wanted to not be in jail at all, but certainly not long, correct?
Right.
So what did you feel you needed to do?
Listen to her and seeking my permission, my way out of it.
Does that include lying?
It's the first thing first.
The Puma sweater.
Okay, Mr. Kokomo, could you play DS23D, which is states 378 Yankee Echo, 10:04:20 to 10:06:25?
I ain't had no voice like the shooting, birds. I ain't had no voice. I didn't even do it for the thing. I mean, when they started doing this shit, they don't call my name because they out. Who did it? They didn't even come and name me. So it ain't even me. I mean, the way y'all get me, y'all supposed to do it. They didn't like it.
You just hear yourself say that people are accusing you of things?
Bro, I can't hear nothing in there, bro.
Okay, could you play that again, Mr.?
I can't hear it. You can play it 1,000 times.
Okay, we're going to try it one more time because I think it's important. But Mr. Copeland, if you can't hear it, we'll move on, okay?
Y'all ears are better than mine.
I understand that. I'm not blaming you.
I ain't had no voice like the shooting, birds. I ain't had no voice. I didn't even do it for the thing. I mean, when they started doing this shit, they don't call my name because they out. Who did it? They didn't even come and name me. So it ain't even me. I mean, the way y'all get me, y'all supposed to do it. They didn't like it.
Okay. Mr. Copeland, did you hear yourself say, I just hang out with Thug for the fame?
No.
Okay. Did you hear yourself say that people are saying that you're committing these crimes, certain crimes, but it's not you?
I didn't hear him. I heard I said Shannon's name, but I don't know what I said with it.
Did you hear, do you remember, regardless of what you heard, do you remember saying everything that people are blaming me for, they need to look at Shannon?
I probably did. I can't hear what I said.
Now that you have this immunity agreement from the state, you acknowledge that you were committing crimes back then, correct?
Is taking an in-depth look at a contract involving $1 million dispute and a walkout at the Fulton County Jail.
11 Alive's Grace King is going to walk us through the cost and expectations of hiring a private security company.
In June of 2023, Fulton County Sheriff Pat Laboch signed this contract with Strategic Security Corp to supplement each shift with a contracted supervisor and 18 guards.
Those were exterior positions, towers, doorways, entrances, things of that nature.
The fee schedule, acknowledged by both parties, predicted the extra help would cost more than $4.6 million a year. But at some point, the sheriff's office fell behind, and Strategic Security Corp told its employees to leave.
It is with a heavy heart that we do this.
The original contract includes a non-solicitation clause that would have required FCSO to give at least 90 days notice before hiring any of the contractors. But Strategic Security Corps CEO Joseph Sordi says that